guys, and welcome. So today this is going to be a quick video tutorial on how to put together your chip bags that you get from my Etsy shop. So recently I finally started up my Etsy shop. It's www.etsy.com/shop/royally made boutique, and that link will be in the description box. And so I'm starting to upload my Valentine's Day collection of party favors. So I have 2 new files on my site for Valentine's Day that are perfect for your kids' classrooms, to give to your kids and things like that. So this is the file. So when you receive your file from me, you will receive it, it would download in a downloadable PDF, and what you would need is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of, you can use brochure paper or presentation paper. It doesn't really matter if it's matte or glossy. I personally find that matte crimps better if you're going to use your crimper than the glossy. But you can also use this paper here. It's regular paper from Staples, and this is their premium bright white inkjet and laser printer, and it has a little bit of a shine to it, and it has a slicker feel to it than regular copy paper. Also, when you're doing this, you're going to want some adhesive. You're going to need a printer. I'm using my inkjet printer, but I also have a craft printer I got this from HSN, the Kodak Verte Craft, which gives you a better, brighter print, similar to what you would get in a laser printer. Or you can use a laser printer, or you can take the file and go to your local office supply stores such as Staples and print your files. Just note, I think Staples is usually about 50 cents per page, so you do have to pay for those printings. So the thing that you're going to want to do when you are, I'm trying to think if there are any other supplies. You're also going to need a crimper if you want to crimp. Another thing you can do is, when you print, you're going to have this white border. If you want to, you can cut that border. You don't have to. It's really easy to keep the white borders on the side, just because it'll give you a little bit more of that authentic chip bag. So really quickly, I'm gonna go ahead. I don't like using this one for my chip bags. I like using this one here. So here, I'm gonna go ahead and trim off my top and my bottom. Usually I don't do this, but you definitely can, so I just want to show you another option. Okay. And I may have to cut some off that other side. I don't like that. And then I like this, what is this thing called? Trimmer, just because there's a line on here, so I can see a little bit better where this is going to cut than I can with my other trimmer. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more off of this one. Okay. Okay. So for this one, you can use liquid adhesive if you want to, but I do recommend I like using my fast fuse. I also like using tear and tape. I really like using tear and tape, but it depends on how many I have to do because this goes so quickly. But I want this on top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add adhesive down at the bottom, on the side, and at the top. And I'm going to use this tear and tape. Now when I'm using tear and tape, I really do like using this thin one, especially for my sides here, just because depending on how you do your fold, there's part of the sticky that can still be left over. I don't do the full row, the full line on the sides, just because as long as you get pretty much within the middle, you can everything will adhere. Okay. And in your chip bags, you can put pretty much anything you want. Even though I'm using the 1 ounce chip bags, and it has to be 1 ounces, you can do other things. So I did one for one of my sorority sister's son's birthday, where there was some fruit snacks and some party favors within their chip bags. So you could put in candy. You can use it for if you have let's say you have like your own bakery business and you do cookies and stuff. You could put samples of your cookies. If you're going to do food items, I do recommend that you get a plastic baggie to line in here, to just so that the grease and the oils don't soak through your paper. Or if you package them up and stuff, that will be fine too. Okay. So I'm just getting this here. Now I found with these ones, I don't know why, I was having one dickens of a time when I was working on my daughter's chip bag for her birthday. Now, when you're using brochure paper and things like that, it is a little bit thicker, so that's why people like to use that a little bit better. So, because you are going to have to play with your chip bags. And what it is, these are regular chips. For some reason with these regular chips, I have a little bit of a harder time, because once you place this down, it's going to be stuck. So you're going to want to be careful when you're doing that, and making sure that everything lines up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a go for it. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure that this is going to line up, because like I said, once it sticks, it's stuck. Okay. Do any adjustments? Where's my scissors? Oh. Now if you were going to do, now I do recommend, if you're using chip bags, because you can pre-do these if you want to, but it is easier to go ahead, if you're going to use regular chip bags, to do this already. But if you're putting other things, you could definitely do this, do your chip bags ahead of time. Okay, good. So that gives me a really good look right there. So this is what it will look like. You can definitely do this after. It's just that you may have to work with it. So you're really going to want this to be good and stuck. Okay. Just make sure that the adhesive is down. Okay. And it's going to start to curl. It's okay. It is paper. And it does have something in it. Making sure I can get this middle in there. So this is part of the reason why I like to wait also with doing. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so I want to go ahead. You could trim this if you want, if it's going to drive you crazy. I don't really let it bother me too much. So I'm just gonna trim it close so I can at least have a nice flush edge. And if you have decorative scissors, you can also do that to give it another look. So you can definitely keep this just like this if you want to. Or you can get a crumper. You can get them on Amazon. And I like to do my bottoms first. Take this. So this is why I also say I like using with regular paper a little bit more than I like working with, and I'm sorry, I usually have to hold this up to my chest, with some of the thicker paper. Okay, so that gives you a little crinkle look. And I'll go ahead and do this way. So you do have to be careful depending on where the chip bag is at, on how far you can go in. But that's pretty much the gist of it. And then what I like to do, because as you can see it's starting to indent in, I just play with it some more just to give it a little feel of a real chip bag. And there you have it. You have your completed Valentine's Day chip bag. That is so cute. So thank you for joining me today. Bye-bye.